Hello friend, Chef Bill here. Today I'm going to show you a simple and quick recipe for chicken katsu. Chicken katsu is a Japanese dish that is served with Tonkatsu sauce. I'll be talking about that later. And then I'm going to be showing you how to make Donburi. We're going to take our leftover chicken katsu and make chicken Katsu Donburi. And it all starts right now.
Who's the chef that you know? It's Chef Bill.
We start with some chicken breasts. Most chicken breasts will be a little thicker than we want, so I'm going to cut these guys in half. We want about a ½ inch size for our chicken katsu. Take off any skin or excess fat that you see. Put those aside, and then get out 2 dishes and a bowl. Flour goes in the first dish. I'm going to put a little salt in my flour to give it a little flavor. 2 eggs go into the bowl. I'm going to put a little bit of water just to make the eggs flow a little bit better. I'm going to mix those up. Now the next step is panko. I have some that I found at a local grocery market, but those ones are kind of crumbly and small. Not exactly what I'm looking for. The kind of panko that I want is flaky. It has sort of sharp flakes. These will just give it a better texture. If you can find these, maybe in a specialty market, get those. Now we're ready to start making katsu. Cover your chicken breast entirely with flour, then the egg wash. That water helps the egg flow, and make sure that that is drained off completely before you go to panko. Again, make sure that you're completely covering that chicken breast with the panko flakes. In a heavy pot with a lid, I put about 2 inches of canola oil. Okay, so I'm going to cut up a little bit of cabbage. I want to make this the bed for my katsu when it comes out. You could use some shredded lettuce. I just happen to have a cabbage here, so I'm just going to cut up a little bit of cabbage. On the plate, this will help absorb some of that oil that's coming off of the katsu. I want that oil to get up to about 350 degrees. If you don't have a thermometer, you could use your hand sticks. If you see bubbles coming out, it's close to temperature. Another way to check is use a little bit of panko flake and just throw it in and see if they bubble. When the oil is at temperature, go ahead and put in your chicken breast. I'm only going to put 1 in at a time because if I put too many in, it'll lower the temperature of the oil. About halfway through the cooking process, I crank up the heat. I want the oil to get hotter. That will help my katsu be less oily when it comes out. When it's golden brown and looks done, take it out of the oil. I'm going to let it drain a little bit and then let it rest on a paper towel. The way we serve katsu is to cut it up into thin slices. I'm going to try to get all of that on my knife and transfer it to my shredded cabbage. Trying to make it a really nice presentation. We're almost done. The next step is to put some sauce on top. Katsu sauce is something you'll find at your local grocery market. I prefer Bulldog Tonkatsu sauce. If you can find this in a specialty market, I highly recommend it. It's the best Tonkatsu sauce I've ever had. That's chicken katsu. The extra chicken katsu I made, I put in a Tupperware dish with a paper towel underneath. I'm going to put that in the refrigerator and use it tomorrow. Donburi means rice bowl dish. Our next recipe is for chicken katsu donburi, often abbreviated to Katsu Don. Now I'm going to make chicken katsu donburi. I'm going to start with about a cup of water. To that, 2 tablespoons soy sauce. 2 tablespoons regular white sugar. I'm using an egg pan for this dish. If you have a small skillet, that would work as well. Add my water and soy sauce and sugar. Throw in some shredded onion. I'm going to take an egg. You could take 2 eggs for this one. I'm going to use 1 egg today. Lightly scramble that up. Now, my leftover katsu, I'll cut a few pieces. Get that ready. I want to let my liquid boil and reduce for a while. I also want those onions to get pretty soft. Ease in my katsu, and then the egg goes right on top. I'm going to cover that and let the egg cook. Here's my bowl of white rice. The deep bowl is really good for this dish. Once my egg is cooked, my donburi is ready. I'm going to ease that over my rice. For the final step, I'm just going to add a little bit of fresh green onion to the top. Well, friend, that's chicken katsu and donburi. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, happy cooking from Chef Bill.